Hello and welcome to this review of Jose Cuervo Tradicional Tequila Reposado. It says 226 years of craftsmanship. So there we go. I bought this bottle. They say they started in 1795, but I think their first product wasn't. They got the license in 1795 from the King of Spain, but I think Cuervo's first product didn't come out till the year 1800, but they got going in 1795. So this is one that was introduced in 1978. Now a lot of people rag on, I don't know what that sound is. There's some trucks working down there. They rag on Cuervo because they say it's a mixto. It uses filler and all. Yeah, it does. The Cuervo Gold, world famous, best-selling tequila in the world. Cuervo Gold and Cuervo Silver are mixtos. But in 1978, they came out with the Tradicional, the 100% agave reposado, rested in the silver. Okay, and there's some other ones in this series. But it doesn't seem like a lot of people talk about this. Only found a handful of video reviews for it. Written reviews, there aren't that many. Total Wine & More is giving it a 90 out of 100, so they're pleased with it. If you look at distiller.com, they're not too thrilled with it. And there are some higher grades of Cuervo that can cost you over $200 a bottle, but I'm not going to do with those. Okay. So it's Cuervo.com. This 100% agave reposado tequila is the result of traditions passed down for 10 generations of Cuervo tequila producers. Estate-grown blue agave are slow-cooked in clay ovens and then double distilled in copper stills. The tequila is then rested in oak barrels. They don't really say all this on the website, that's why I'm reading it. Discover what more than 220 years of craftsmanship can do. So, funny thing is, they came out with this in 1978. Oh, and I paid like $25.99, and that's what they're selling it. I bought it at Walmart, $27.99, and Total Wine & More right now has got a $25.99. It's getting windy out here. There's storms coming. It was very clear skies earlier, but now it's super overcast. It's slowly warming, at least. I can tolerate sitting out here with a short sleeve and an undershirt, but it's a little chilly. Same year, 1978, they came out with their 1800 tequila, which was not branded Jose Cuervo 1800. It's just called 1800 tequila, and they marketed it. They do market it now as though it's a separate company, like no connection to Cuervo. And a lot of people who talk trash about Jose Cuervo and hate it will give good, good comments about the 1800, which I've never had. But I guess it's a smart move. You disassociate yourself from your own product, and then people don't realize that you're making it, so then they drink it and brag on it. All right, plastic cap, spongy sealer, which I think is a neoprene synthetic rubber. Yeah, it's turning. For a minute there, it didn't seem like it was going to come loose. Now, Proximo Spirits is Cuervo's liquor company. Okay, so like if you look up Proximo Spirits, it shows all kind of brands: Irish whiskey, Scotch, rum, gin, some American whiskeys, I believe, and so forth. But it is Cuervo. It is them. It's not like Proximo Spirits bought them. It's just an umbrella whiskey company that Cuervo started just to kind of, like I say, disassociate the Cuervo name from their umbrella company. Now, this thing is not coming loose. It's spinning. Can't get a good grip on it. I should have brought my little gripper. Here it goes. So yeah, you got that neoprene cap. Now the standard Cuervo is going to be the aluminum twist caps. Okay, first time trying it. I will watch the video reviews for it and read the written reviews, the few that they have. Set it down carefully so it doesn't turn over. You know what, I better put the cork back on in case it does tip over. Oh, this is very yellow. I don't think they're allowed to add color into tequila. I do have some tequilas that say tequila with natural flavors, but they're showing that on the label. They couldn't get away with putting flavoring and not showing it. But this one is 100% agave. It's not going to be colored, I don't think. So it's very yellow. It's an unusual straw yellow. You might be able to see that where that's showing up in this funny light. That's somebody mowing. Could be the State Department of Transportation and Development mowing the state highway over there. You know, along the by the ditches and everything, drainage. Nice lacing. Alcohol legs. Some people call it drips. So clay ovens, pure agave, copper pot stills. Smells sweet, savory, vegetal. It's 40%, right? Yeah. A family-owned company for 10 generations. Yeah, it's family-owned. But it's not the Cuervo family. It's the Cuervo family, but you know, like they had maybe one generation had all daughters, and they married. Whoever inherited the company married somebody with a B, a last name of B. It's Beckman, something, Mexican family. Smells a little peppery. All right, taste. Taste. Cheers. Put it in the snifter glass. It's tapered toward the top. Kind of pushes the, theoretically at least, pushes the aroma towards the top. It's spicy, peppery, which is agave's kind of calling card. It's very light. It's a very light tequila. Light body, peppery, mild, mellow, easygoing, but does have savoriness, a dry finish. There's some sweetness. There's not a lot. There's some. Is this going to whip up on the standard Cuervo Gold, Jose Cuervo Gold? I would assume it will. The Plata, the silver, the Jose Cuervo Tradicional Plata, compared to, now I like the Jose Cuervo silver on its own, the Plata regular one, the silver on its own, the adjunct one, the mixto. I thought it was really nice, and it whipped up on my, put it up in competition against these other inexpensive tequilas, and it just was no contest. It blew through them in a laughable manner. Then I brought in the Tradicional, and it was even a worse mismatch. It was a taste challenge in name only. It was no kind of challenge, and it did dominate the regular Jose Cuervo. And my friend David thought it was such a mismatch, but he was calling the regular Cuervo garbage. But I couldn't go along with that. I said, no, it's not garbage. It's just not as developed. But the funny thing, the price point's not that big. Like when I bought these last year or 2 years ago, they had the gold, which was like $23.99 at Walmart, and then this Tradicional was $27.99. I said $4 more, and you're getting something that's clearly better. Like, I'm sure it's going to be way better. But you know that Gold was selling one after the other, you know, off the shelf. Boom, 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 boom. And the Tradicional seems to just slowly move out the store. Most of it not really selling, but you'll have a few people buying it. Same thing with the silver. They put the Cuervo silver, the square bottle, on the shelf. Sells all day long. Morning, afternoon, and night at Walmart. And they're open from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. But that silver will just trickle off the shelf. And I think that must be the case at all the liquor stores. Now, I was seeing a video from somebody, and it wasn't that old of a video. I was watching before I came out here. I didn't finish. They were saying they found the silver Tradicional for $19.99 at New Hampshire. State-owned liquor store. I said that's an incredibly low price. But Walmart did have the Tradicional for $24.99, right alongside the regular, for the same price. I said I don't know why they're both the same price, but that changed. So now they're both, like, you know, they got the silver and the gold for one price, like around $24.99, and then they got the higher grades for about $4 more. But it's worth the $4. It's worth the $4. It'd be like buying it'd be the same thing. It'd be like saying, well, here's Seagram 7 Crown blended whiskey, which has filler. It's a mixto, if you want to call it that. Whiskey. It's fine. I like it. I have a bottle. I've been enjoying it. But then to put it up against a straight bourbon that's 100% bourbon with no filler, I mean, it's no contest. It cannot compete. And you might only pay $4 more for the straight. And sometimes you pay less. Bought a straight bourbon the other day, earlier this month, for $9.99. And I saw today the Seagram 7 Crown is $14.99. So I'm not going to pay $14.99 for a blended American whiskey, 750 milliliters, when I can buy a straight Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey for $9.99. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. But it doesn't always match up that the purified product is going to be more expensive than the the filler product. But whatever. And people will say, well, it's not a true tequila. Well, it is legally. Whatever your mind is saying, fine. But legally, it is a true tequila. It's just it's a type called mixto, which is allowed to have up to 49% filler, like probably cane sugar spirits or that kind of thing. But anyway, this is great. But it's demure, it's low profile. It's not bursting with like bold flavors, like it's loud and out and obnoxious. No, it's very mild and mellow, like I said at the beginning of the video. I like the subtle pepperiness. I like the smoothness of it. I like everything about it. And that's why I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. A most excellent 100% agave tequila. Are there a lot more 100% agave tequilas I'd like to try? You best to believe it. It's just a matter of getting to them. I have a number of mixtos in the house and a number of 100% agave tequila. So I just got to get through them. And there's no rush. I'm not in a rush. So Laissez-les Bon Temps Relais 95 out of 100. And I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to Mexico and take a Jose Cuervo distillery, however you pronounce that, distillery tour.